Alright, welcome back to the channel. So, we're going to work on the Miata again today. I'm kind of curious on what the compression's like on all the cylinders, or if they're, even across the board. Hey, if you would, hit down in the comments and let me take a guess on what you think the compression's going to be at. She's got about 250,000 miles now. Motor seems strong, seems healthy. This kind of give me an idea if it actually is or if I'm delusional. So let's get after it. See what these compression ratios, or what the compression's at. Today, gonna use some ketchup. Just sure it's on fire. Fix them weld holes right up. It's got a rat's nest like the rest of the truck. Rented this from AutoZone. It's 57138. Compression tester. I'm assuming it fits. Should, maybe. We'll find out. This is not a leak down test, so it's not like telling you a whole lot of information. Leak down test is a little better. This will tell you the health of the motor as long as one cylinder is not way off from the other. Is it screwing in? Don't know. Well, I can't pull it back, so I'd say so. Yeah, it spins. Anyway. There we go. So, how can I set this? I guess I'll have to set it here, like that. So I've got a push start. I'm able to turn the motor over without the fuel pump going. I don't think this thing had, no, it's got a fuel injector. So, what is that? There. It's like that 30 amp fuse at the bottom. Fuel injectors. I would pull that, which we might as well pull it. Oh, if I can. Jiminy. Wow. Yeah, that was in there. Anyways, pull that. You don't really want your fuel injectors going and dumping fuel in the cylinders and washing out and into your fuel, or into your, well, it's not good. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and crank this over. Watch this number and we'll see where she stops. Oh, come on, probably there somewhere. What's that one at? Phew. I was hoping for 120. That's what 165 or something? It's lowering pretty fast. A valve could be open or something. Or motor could be worn out. That's what a leak down test will tell you. You leave it on there. See how long it takes to go down, whatnot. Anyways, we're not doing that today. There, that might stay there. Alright, try it again. That one close to the same? No, that's a little lower. It's 150. So, which, like I said, 250,000 miles. I don't take it easy on this car. It's getting hot in this garage, Can't have the AC on because then y'all wouldn't be able to hear me. I'll put on something. There you go. That's better. That one go too. Woo. That one's down. So that one's no good. What is it supposed to be, like 10% loss between cylinders, I think? Under 10%? I don't remember. That's too much of a difference. But, you know, we need to know this. Usually, well, I don't know about these, but my experience with a lot of different engines, this cylinder all the way towards the back of the firewall usually gets the hottest and has the most problems. So the one in the front was the strongest, got a little weaker, got a little weaker. This one, who knows? Well, I guess we'll know here in a minute. Did I release that? Good. That one at? Oh, back up to 150, a little above 150. So, well, number three is not singing the same tune. Well, it could be several things really. So loss of compression could be obviously rings, piston rings, stuff like that. You could be losing some of it through your valve seals. Well, not your valve seals, but your valve seat. This, I'm gonna bet, piston rings. It just wore out. I am curious on what the actual, what it's supposed to be at. So I'm gonna look that up real quick. So, there's a lot of conflicting, you know, I can't find the answer I'm looking for. Did see some, you know, 160s good still, 190. Rule of thumb over the years, from what I've heard, is if all the cylinders are matching, you're in good shape. If you got a cylinder that's not matching, then you have a problem and it's 10% difference, bad. Anyway, number three, I'm gonna test again. It was the one that was, what was it at, 150? I don't remember.
120.
Was it down 120? Yeah, it was 120 here, right? Okay, so we're gonna try this again on that one. Still read that well? No, it went to 150. All right. So, that's, who knows? We're gonna do them all again, just one more time. Except for, we're gonna do a little faster for you guys. So, let's go back to one. And 170 again. So that's what we got. We got 175, 160, 150, 170. Now the 75, 60, and 70, those are, I'm not too worried. That 150, that's the problem. We're gonna test something real quick. Need some sort of oil, engine oil, some oil, whatever. Okay, squirt it down in there. And then we're gonna run it again. Really, I wanna kinda, I'm gonna put a spark plug in there and run it for half a second. I don't wanna just gum this completely up with oil. Oh, that's not working. Sometimes that works. Like this. So what we're doing is we're trying to get oil on the rings, get it kind of oily. And then if our compression comes up, the rings are bad. Or more than likely bad. So, compression doesn't come up, that's something else. It's ring valves or something, you know. This is number 4, put that wrong. Okay. Do it again.
Yeah, it's not going up any higher. It stopped.
What's it got now? She leaking or something? Yeah, let's try that again. That was a little low. Try it. Now, 140. That was 150, so it went down. Probably, so it's probably valves or something. It's my guess, is it's valves. I don't know why it went back down again, but usually a little bit of oil in there helps a little bit, but no, didn't help this time. So, I'm gonna check one more thing real quick. I'm gonna make sure it's not the battery low. Well, I made sure it wasn't like battery dying because it was starting to slow down a little bit. I mean, plugging it in, it went back up a little bit, but it's, my original reading was 150 and it's, you know, 45-ish. So yeah, definitely down a cylinder. Like I said, if you put oil in it and it doesn't go up, then it's not your rings. So this point, that's telling me that it probably just needs a rebuild in general. What that number told me is that the head needs rebuilt. So if you down one, oil doesn't bring this up, you can probably take the head off, have the valves redone, whatnot, put it back on, you might be all right. If I'm gonna go that far into it, I'm gonna do rings and lower half, because, you know, you're taking the whole thing out anyway. That is expensive, but, you know, 'tis what it is. Now we know I need to look into rebuilding it. Great.
Good news.
Yeah, it'll be all right. I was probably gonna rebuild it before I stuck a turbo on it anyways, because, you know, I don't need it. Well, depends who you talk to. Some people tell you, you know, the rings are all wore in, it's ready for boost, you know, they're already filed, right? No. Oh, you can't, you can do that if you want to, but I ain't doing that. So, anyways, that's the end of this video. How many of y'all guessed that we was gonna be down a hole? Probably more than I wanted to guess that. I was hoping for better, but you know, 250,000 miles, and I drive the crap out of it, so it is what it is. But anyways, if you would, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.